Hello, Wilna here, and today we're going to make a very fascinating page with a stencil that I cut from my silhouette. And I wrote these words and I made a cut with my silhouette on thick watercolor paper, the same papers that I used for the paint strokes. I will link it in the related products. And I'm so happy about it, and we're going to make something very interesting with it. And it's a technique that I've used before on a smaller scale, but I decided to just go big today. So you can buy this cut file on iheartstudio.ca in my products or shop and use it. And I think it's a very versatile cut file. You can use it for so many things, not just what I'm going to show here. When I made the cut, my silhouette speed was set to 1, which is super slow, and I like it, especially when you do a double cut on thick paper, then slower is definitely better. I think it's taking good care of your machine when you do it that way. So now I'm using some adhesive spray, and I'm just going to quickly spray the back of the stencil that we made, because when you use molding paste on a page, then it's very nice when your stencil is flat down on the ground or on your page. I'm using a little bit of multi-medium, and I'm going to mix it in with light molding paste. And you can see I'm using quite a bit of light molding paste because it's a big page to cover. Get a couple of craft sticks. I think you need at least 2 or 3 to be ready. I'm sorry the video is a little light there, but now you just want to spread it over, and you don't have to be careful. You can just lay it on, and this is where another craft stick is nice, because you can get the molding paste off of the one with another one, not your finger. You use the craft stick. Yeah. So that's a little trick that I discovered while I did this page. So you just want to cover it really well. And I'm just using a little bit of more molding paste because I wanted a little bit of dimension. So if this is the first time that you want to try molding paste, then I would really suggest that you buy my Art Class 1 on 2 Piece in a Bucket, because there's a whole chapter on molding paste, and it will take you from small projects to this one where you feel comfortable enough to do it on a big scale like this, because there are a little bit of tips and tricks involved. When you pick up your stencil off of your page, then you don't wanted to touch the page, otherwise the molding paste is going to smudge, and you don't want that. So there's a little trick, but it's actually quite straightforward. So now I'm just cleaning my stencil on an extra piece of paper because we want to use it again. So I'm going to hang it up and let it dry completely and just clean up the mess. You can see I'm putting all the leftover back into the little pot, and you can do that with molding paste, so that's quite all right. And what's nice about using a paper plate is you can just throw it away, and there's your stencil, and look how pretty it is. Look at the dimension of it, and it's really, really beautiful. But today we are not going to do tone on tone. We're going to be a little bit more adventurous than that. Once everything is dry, you just want to spray your stencil again with a little bit of adhesive spray, because we want to place it exactly over the dried molding paste, and you can just press it into the word so that it is really quite flat on your page, as flat as possible. So And then you can take your favorite metallic spray, and I chose, guess, gold, of course. And we're going to just spray it with some gold paint. Now, while I'm looking for my gold paint that one of my teenagers borrowed, there it is. I just want to say quickly that I figured out how to make a DXF file that you can just cut. So that's also in the downloads with this file. I'm covering my lens while spraying the gold because I don't want that micro pieces to land on my lens. And there you go. You can see how beautiful that looks. I could have covered the edges a little better, but I didn't. And it's really fascinating. It's so pretty when in real life, and it dries super quick. So that's very cool. Right, I'm just trimming a photo of Jana a little smaller with a broad white border, and I'm going to use that. Now, because I want the words, which is, by the way, an Eva Cassidy song, which is one of my favorite songs, I Know You by Heart, that's the main part of the page. So I just want to be very subtle with all the embellishments or anything else I'm placing on it. Also, I felt that these words would fit anything and everyone. It can work with a mum, a dad. It can work with a son, a daughter, or especially maybe with a husband, or a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I think it's so versatile because it's just about sharing love. Right, I'm cutting my page a little smaller because I want to mount it on a page or a background, and I'm just going to embellish it. I love these lime green hearts by Studio Calico, and that's a yellow piece of yellow acrylic paint stroke that I painted for a previous page that I had left over, and I'm just going to layer embellishments here and there until I found the right combination. Those little papers are by Lemon Lush from Studio Calico, and I love the purple paper. In fact, it's so hard to find purple paper that I just decided then and there to use it. Purple is not necessarily my favorite color, but I felt that the yellow and purple combination on this page is quite interesting. So I matted the photo with the photo corners on that piece of purple paper, and I'm just going to layer a little bit of embellishments here and there, the green hearts and then also the yellow stars. That's one of my favorite things. Doing this part is also very interesting, always one of my favorite parts, because you take some and you put it on, you take it away. It's really just a matter of finding the right spot for something that you like. So that sticker that I just placed is by Finley. It's the Finley collection, and that's a Dear Lizzie sticker, and I'm just layering it. I like the round shapes there. Also, I'm putting a dot of hot glue behind the stickers, even though it's sticky. I wasn't sure how it's going to stick on the molding paste, and I don't want pages to fall apart. And that's one of the main reasons why I started with hot glue all those years ago, is because I was sick and tired of picking pieces up that fell off. So I love those little tabs, also by Studio Calico. And I'm going to write my journaling on the photo itself. In the end, I went with a black and white striped background page. You can see it in the page that I upload it on my blog. And I think I had to just maybe have a little bit of a fascination with the black and white stripes. It just makes the page pop for me. And that's what I love about it. The yellow was a little bit too timid. So in the end, I went with the black and white. I'm adding a flare by 2 Piece in a Bucket, which is a 2-piece exclusive. And it's so cute, so pretty. And there you go, almost done. Here you can see I did my journaling, and I'm just going to use black paint splatters again. I'm going to cover my photo because I don't want the splatters to land on Jana's head or face. And again, the black just makes it pop. You can see I'm not afraid to splatter. And I think maybe it's just because I've had some practice with it. Here you can see the black and white background, and I decided here just to use my sewing machine and stitch around the edges of the page. And there you can see a little bit with the angle how beautiful the gold is. Of course, you can use silver, you can use any color actually, but I loved the gold. Thank you so much for watching another video, and I hope that you upload your photos or the photos of your pages to my blog gallery. The date of the blog gallery is April 14, so go to that post and upload your pages. I would love to see what you make. And this is Wilna, and I'm off for a little bit of a break, but there will be a video on my blog next week. Bye.